Oh, I'm fucking on it.
I wait, there's 3 kinds of Nerds clusters?
Yeah, there's the regular Nerds
The
clusters,
blue
the
bag,
red
right?
bag. No, the red bag is actually the regular. The blue bag is my favorite. Those are the very, very Nerds clusters.
Okay, are we already living in an alter I thought the blue bag was the standard. Is it
No,
like
the
is bl
blue bag is very berry.
okay, okay, that one slaps. I didn't
Oh yeah,
so what's
it's
the red
fucking
bag?
fire. The red bag is like the regular one.
Bro,
Like
you
it's got
keep
all the
saying
flavors.
regular, I ain't never had it. It ain't regular to me.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, bro. It's
It's regular ass clusters, like
yeah, bro. like like you know how the one Juki tastes like berries, these taste like regular.
Yeah, oh, you know what? I forgot. That's one of my childhood favorite meals. I remember when my mom would make us a nice little bowl of regular after fucking school, and it just made the whole day worth it. Oh, by the way, I did go ahead and hit recording. So welcome to
Hell
the
yeah.
Saltine Hour. This is where two salty crackers talk about fighting and then whatever else crosses their brain. I'm one half of your host. You can call me Skeggles today, and my mom's now a listener.
Nice. Hello, Sean's mom.
Mm, I can feel her saying hi back. Take it away, Hattie.
My name's Hatty the motherfucking hoodlum. I'll be your fight specialist today.
Okay, so speaking of fights, um, I guess we need to start by fighting over gummy clusters. Okay. So you've tried all three.
Yeah.
You said blue is hands down the best.
Yeah. Well, yeah, blue's fire is my personal favorite, but the yellow ones are close too.
There's
The
fucking hold on,
tropical one,
hold on. I didn't know about the yellow ones. Let's see.
oh, the yellow ones are gas.
You said they're tropical.
Tropical nose clusters. Yeah.
Did you? Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you know if you're
What's
oh,
up?
it's unavailable, it's unavailable. Imma send you something over here real quick, and this is, something we may share with the audience, but in my brief search for the yellow
What just
clusters,
happened? It didn't open. Hold
sure,
on. Let me see. Oh, okay. I can click over here. Business site.
I found
Oh my god.
dude, that would, I'm it's out of stock. It's a really good thing it's out of stock, currently unavailable.
Yeah, because I'd be ordering one right now. I'd be ordering two of these bags right now so that I could have some for today.
Dude, literally, that's how I'm going. I think that's how I'm gonna die.
So there's a 2 pound bag of Nerds clusters, and I'm telling you right now, I'm facing a blunt and in one sitting. I'm eating that whole thing.
I was kind of thinking the same thing too. I like to believe that I would have self-control and maybe tap after the first pound, but nah.
Self control. If I'm not shitting, I'm still eating them. Like I'm eating them all the way up until my next shit.
I might you ever had like one of them? All right, I don't know if I want to admit how gross I am, but this might be one of those ones where like you shitting and then you're like, well, no one else is home, and so you bring the snack with you because you know you're gonna want it. So you just
Look,
shit.
I'm gonna cut you the fuck off, bro. I ain't never in my life
You've never snacked and
ate while
shit?
I'm shitting. No,
You've never snacked and
hell
shit.
no.
Have you
No.
ever drank and shit?
Yes.
Okay. So why are you acting like it's a whole gap? Don't treat me like an alien here. It's a snack.
It's a sip.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen. The way I see it, it's like it's replacement theory. It's like when you go to I'm letting shit out, I gotta put something in to replace it.
You know, I have the same process, but I usually wait until I've shit, washed my hands, sat down, probably participated in extracurricular activities, and then I'll get up and go get another snack. I don't think I'm
No,
snacking
that's
and
fair.
shitting, man.
It just extracurricular. I feel like that's a pretty broad stroke you just painted there. So this is the post wash your hands part of the
Yeah,
bathroom.
you're done. You're done in the bathroom. You leave the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Might smoke a blunt. Might
Oh,
play some video games.
I
Might
thought that was a
you know.
loaded. Like when I was thinking extracurricular, I thought that was like a euphemism for whacking it, and I was like, I mean, if you're gonna wash your hands, why wash them twice? You know?
Well, I don't know. Shitty. Like if the toilet paper slips,
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. That's a really fucking good point.
you
Um,
don't want shit dick. There's a whole community for people who want that.
oh god. Well, I'm sure there's a podcast for that. Well,
Oh
okay,
my
okay,
god.
okay. So, poops, shits, clusters aside.
No, no, no,
Oh
no
no,
shits
no, we
aside. You've
can't
got a
poop
shit
aside.
story.
No, you're right. You set me up perfectly. Okay, so on the subject of poops, for my mom, the one listener that we've got going on over here, if you'd like to skip over the poop section of our podcast, I want to say the fight segment starts at about 20 minutes. Uh, okay, okay. So it's Thursday morning. For those of you, let me start out by painting a picture, right? I'm I'm in this little like 9 to 5, fucking second store office. I'm in a cubicle, right? I try to get there before most people because I live about an hour away. I don't know what your life is like, man, but look, when I wake up, I spend an hour in the car. When I get to work, the only thing I can think about by the time I get there is how bad I need to fucking shit. And I like to be alone for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a crowded
Oh
room.
yeah.
I don't want a building full of motherfuckers getting ready for their day, clocking in, talking in their fucking customer service voices. That would fuck with my poop. So, nice and
Yeah.
early, right? Oh, getting a good little stretch. It's a pretty good poop too. Like it required some effort is how I'll put it. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't sure it was gonna go all the way, that first run.
Oh
So I didn't know if it was gonna be like we'll revisit this. I'll just have an upset stomach for a little while. But no, no. About 15 minutes deep, we're coming up. It's almost 8 o'clock. It's almost time to hit the old fucking grind. All of a sudden I reach up. No fucking toilet paper, right? And here's the
oh
thing.
no.
There's no, I don't. I'm not. I ain't panicking. I ain't panicking. Right? Yeah, obviously, this is an inconvenient moment, but I look, man. I pride myself in the relationships I have with others. So I know that push comes to shove, I can call my boss and I could say, hey, listen, Mike, listen here. You know I never let you down. You know I'm here early. You know why I'm here early. And I know. Look, it's not no one wants to call their boss, right? And the first interaction of the
Nope.
day be like, "Here's toilet paper, you fucking loser." Uh, um, but you do what you got to do. So I'm kind of weighing that option out. Just as I'm thinking it over, getting ready to call him, I hear someone grunt about 2 stalls over.
No, no.
So I'm thinking, you know what? We're both men. No one wants to be in this position, right?
Right.
Maybe this is a moment where I can count on humanity, just human to human connection. So, dead quiet bathroom, just two of us, him grunting quietly in the corner. What he hears is, "Hey man, Uh, I know this is kind of weird, but I ain't got no fucking toilet paper in here, dude, and I'm in dire straits. You got any you can roll over? And I don't know what this guy was expecting this morning, but it wasn't that. It wasn't
No.
that. It's taking him a moment to respond. I think for a minute he's not even sure that I'm talking to him or that he heard me. You know, like maybe I'm in his imagination or I'm playing out of someone else's headphones. But the moments pass, the tension digs in, and he realizes he's the only protagonist in the room. So he goes,
So,
yeah, yeah, I got a little bit here. And he goes and he reaches in, and I can hear him kind of, I can hear the fucking plastic roll spin. Like there's some desperation in it, and it's moving fast. He goes, uh, actually, I just have this little sliver. And so I
oh
can tell,
no.
I can hear it in his voice. I can, because this is, like, look, he's already engaged in this situation he didn't want to be a part of. He doesn't know what the fucking etiquette is. So he's just like, this is too much shit for him.
He's
Uh,
like, this is my fucking toilet paper.
bro,
Fuck off.
bro. No, and here's the thing, dude. I can tell this is a kind guy. Because his voice, like, it's heartbroken. It's a little heartbroken, like he's about to have to give up. Like he's about to put himself in the position that I'm in out of selflessness. And so before he can even make that decision, I'm like, no, dude, listen, listen. One of us needs to make it out of here. All right. Finish your wipe.
Oh my
If there ain't
god.
enough left, just go for help. Just make your way out. Let him know that I'm in here.
You sound like you're at
so it's like we have this team bond now. We're both in this together. I don't know how I've done this, by the way. It's like he was just having his fucking day. This has nothing to do with him. But now he's my general. All right.
fucking
And we're gonna
hell.
die next to each other. And so so I hear him wiping, and I'm preparing. I'm preparing to have to sit here for a minute. Like when you're sitting on the toilet for a long time and you kind of get distracted, like your leg starts to get numb, and so you kind of have to shift to one side, so like your other
Yeah.
leg. So I'm getting in my comfy shit position and preparing for a minute. I'm getting TikTok ready, and all of a sudden, you know, 3, 4 of those little 3 or 4 of those later, he goes, "Hey man, I got you." And
Oh
the
shit.
weight of the entire universe is lifted off my shoulders as this little fucking like 4 inch fucking like baby piece of toilet paper roll scrolls on down through the bottom of the stall and saves my morning. And I'll tell you something,
Dude.
Christian. I was at my desk ready to work by 8:03. Didn't even lose any fucking time.
Yes.
So shout out to the hero of the day. I don't know who did it. I didn't even stay around. I didn't want to look him in the eye. It was too much. Um, but if you're out there, man,
Man.
just want you to know that you made me believe in God.
Oh,
Mm, that's my fucking. That is my story time. Oh, but I
you
understand
had
you.
the
You.
panic.
You. What'd you say,
You had the panic.
dude? Honestly, like this wasn't my first rodeo. Um, Believe it or not, this was like the second time I've been in a no toilet paper situation in this building. Um,
That's nuts.
yeah, no, I mean that's the thing. First time I did panic. Second time, I think that's why I handled it with such grace. You can't. You can
Like, no, I
only
would have.
face the abyss once.
I'd have been grabbing a sock.
You know, Honestly, I think if it pushes, that's smarter. That's smarter. I was thinking all kinds of crazy shit. Like I was thinking about like how bad do I need these underwear? You know?
Man, I got a question.
Yeah.
Now that you've been fooled twice by trusting a restroom,
Hmm.
are you now going to start checking restrooms for toilet paper before you shit in a restroom that's outside the
I
confines
will
of your
tell
own
you.
house?
So, yes. Well, no, no, I'm not gonna be trusting them. I'm not gonna be trusting them. Um, so after my first little fucking mistake, um, I don't even know why I stopped. I feel like this last run was about there's a lesson in hubris because I was carrying wet wipes with me, bro, just at all times. Like I have my little backpack, right? That's where I keep my fucking like my computer shit, all my fucking batteries, my headphones, all that shit, and I was carrying a pack of wet wipes because I was not gonna be caught with my pants down twice. Do you know what happened?
And
I've been
the wet
caught with my
wipes are out
pants.
too.
Well, no, no, I just stopped bringing it. I don't know why. I think I got cocky. I think after about 6 months of no shit incidents, I thought that I was a free man. You know.
Incidents, we call them.
Shitsidents. That's good. That's the name of this episode. Shitsidents.
Well,
Mhm.
speaking of a shitsident, I made a shitsident in saying that Muhammad Usman would beat Thomas Peterson, and I
Dude,
made such a big point that if Kamaru was there, he was definitely gonna fuck him up, and that's just not what happened.
wait, so was Kamaru there?
Yes, hyped him, gave him a pep talk before he walked out there.
Okay, so I didn't see it at all, right? I was holding off on the highlights. Give me the skinny. Like give me just the like round 1, how far do we make it in? Pretend like I'm your blind friend who you had to describe the fight afterwards.
These guys went out. These guys went out into the octagon, beat the shit out of each other. They were landing high volume of strikes throughout the whole fight. No knockdowns. So neither, like both of them were just fucking taking heavy shots because these are big dudes taking heavy shots. Thomas Peterson had the edge because he took Muhammad down, especially the takedown he got in the third, taking Muhammad down, kept control of him and was just hitting him while he was on the ground. The fight stopped at the end of the third round with Thomas on top. So I think it was
Wait,
pretty easy to make a winner.
so it did go all the way to 3. Um,
Yeah, it went the distance. Thomas won by decision.
God, so we're both dumb there. Hold on, hold on.
Yeah.
We might we might actually clip this in. Is this one of those highlight fights where if you want to drop a link in, do we want to get a quick visual going?
No, that fight was kind of no, it wasn't great. But I will tell you, the fights that really went crazy. There was a fight with it was the last fight on the prelims. It was Cody Gibson and Brian Kelleher submission victory early in. That was a good fight to watch. And then there was also the Steve Garcia versus Choi Sung Woo.
So what was the in your opinion, what was the best fight of the night?
Best fight, like which fight looked the best or which fight was the most entertaining?
Yeah.
The main event, the Amanda Lemos and Virna Jandiroba, they had a hell of a fight. That fucking Virna chick, she's crazy. She got a like, I don't know what the polite way of saying this is, but she doesn't see eye to eye if she looks in the mirror. You know what I mean?
Oh. Oh wait, no, I remember her. She's yeah, she's checking all corners.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hold on, let's see.
Corners.
So what was kind of like the standout there for that fight?
Uh, the entire second round and how close to the end of the second round we got before the end of the fight happened. Like we could have went into the third almost, but we didn't. She Virna Jandiroba was she's crazy, dude. her skill level, just seeing her operate is scary. I'll see if I can send you a link of some fire.
Yeah, I got to see some of this in action. I'm still fucking like I don't know the whole last week when I was thinking of coming back and the analysis and everything. I just cannot get that gazelle ass motherfucker out of my head, dude. Like
Wait, what?
Sugar Sean.
Oh
Shocking, a
yeah, he's
Sean is obsessed with another Sean, but God, dude, it. I feel like every fucking fight clip from UFC to World Star Hip Hop, I was just watching, just like, damn, Sugar could crush that guy. It's not even close.
Sugar Sugar Sean versus Marab Devishali announced for the Sphere, the biggest, in Dana White's words, the biggest sporting event in history. It's what Dana called it before he put any fucking fighters into it. It's going to be like a spectacle. He's gonna because the Sphere has all those fucking crazy lights and shit. It's
So
oh,
is
it's going to
this
be crazy.
so is the Sphere in Vegas? What's the situation?
Yeah, yeah. The Sphere in Vegas, September 14th, and they're calling it the biggest sporting event in UFC history, or in they're calling it the biggest sporting event in history. They're saying not just MMA, it's going to be the biggest thing that's ever happened. And who they choose to fucking announce as the main event, Sean O'Malley. Holy shit!
Dude, I mean, he aside from being like the fucking champion, right? I think he is the
Yeah,
perfect entertainer if they are gonna gun for, it being the biggest sporting event of all time. Because I mean, that's really what I think, what most people who are gonna watch the event that aren't like normal like UFC viewers. I think that's what Sugar Sean does really well is he has this sort of like WWE level entertainer personality, and he's
yeah.
definitely the right person, to kind of get a lot of attention go into that event.
And one of the things that's going to make that event so fucking special is when he walks out and the fucking entire sphere lights up pink. Is how I'm envisioning it. It's gonna be pink, the whole thing. Yeah,
Do you
fucking,
like the cotton candy?
and yeah, and he's just gonna be walking out to that fucking song of his. If you are what you say
Say
you
you
are,
are.
bro, that entire fucking place is gonna light up. It's gonna be an entirely different feeling seeing him walk out that night. And
Dude,
anyone who's not a Sugar Sean fan, at this point, when he beats Marab, you're definitely going to be a fan, and after seeing it in an event like that, you're not going to be able to fucking pull up Facebook without seeing it for sure. It's
oh yeah.
apparently they're making it the biggest sporting event in history. That's some fucking those are some words there, you know?
No, and I do believe it because like I don't know what the general viewing numbers are for the UFC, right? But I remember what was it like 3 or 4 years back? It was we had McGregor and Mayweather, right? And
Yeah,
uh, full honesty, right? I didn't know fucking dick about shit when it came to the UFC prior to that fight, but with there being so much like cultural significance around it, two of these, the most like famous fighters of all time, two of the best. It was so crazy how just like everybody, football fans, fucking,
yeah.
NBA fans, like video gamers, like
That's because that's
we were
some
all
when
like,
worlds
damn,
collide shit. That is like real life when worlds collide shit. You got a guy from MMA who's the biggest star in MMA, double champ, versus the fucking biggest star in boxing. They were both mega stars in their industry, and they were both bad guys technically in a way, in a sense. You know, they go out, they talk their shit, and then they beat the fuck out of the person they just talk shit to.
no,
These
and they
guys are crazy.
They both do have that sort of like villain aura to them, right? Like like Mayweather constantly beefing with God, is it 50?
Yep.
Yeah. So like him with his like constant drama with 50, and then Connor just, well, being Irish.
Connor's a fucking asshole.
He
I
is.
don't know if
He's a
you remember
huge. Yeah.
his best work was against Jose Aldo. First of all, he was walking down a hallway, farted right in Jose Aldo's face. That's childish shit, and it's fucking hilarious. And then when Jose Aldo like stood up to do something, Connor turned around and said, "What are you about to do? You'll do fucking nothing." Just handled it like a G. And then he goes out into the fucking press conference in Rio de Janeiro, which is where Jose Aldo's fucking from. Sorry, Jose Aldo is how they pronounce it.
Oh, we're doing Jose. That's brutal.
That no, that's that's technically his name.
Wait, for real?
His, he's Brazilian.
What the
It's
fuck,
different.
Brazil? What y'all doing?
Jose Aldo goes out and gets this fucking ovation because he's home. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, our king is here," and he even said he was like, "Oh, in this fight, I'm a king and Connor's a joker." And McGregor walked out there, sat down, or first walked up, took Jose Aldo's belt right off the table, right in front of him, held it up in front of Rio de Janeiro, sat down, put his fucking feet on the desk, and said, "I'm the king of Rio de Janeiro. I run this fucking town." He said, for him to say that he's the king and I'm the joker, my family's royalty. Back in my day, I would have rode into his favela horseback and killed every man who wasn't fit to work.
Holy shit.
And
Holy
just talked
shit.
all
Did he
fucking
win?
shit in 14 seconds.
He won in 14 fucking seconds?
Because all that shit he talked was in Jose Aldo's head, and Connor just goes out there fucking. And if you like the look in his eyes before the fight starts, he's just relaxed. He's like, "This isn't nothing to me." And
Holy
Jose Aldo
shit.
looks fucking worried. He could like it's like the pressure was hitting him when he
Well,
saw Connor in
yeah.
front of
He's in his home base. He has this guy who, like, if he loses to him, he's losing in front of his basically his family.
him.
His
Yeah,
whole country.
and his fucking championship belt is on the line. Like he's the champion, and he's like saying he's the king, and this other guy's the Joker. Now you've basically said I'm the king, he's the Joker. If the Joker beats the king, what fucking kind of king was he? 14 seconds too. Y'all had 25 minutes of sanctioned fight time, and Connor made 14 seconds all it was.
That to me is like that has to be the most disrespectful part. If you're Jose, it's just basically like, okay, it's one thing. I feel like, I don't know. If you're a professional fighter, right? Everyone expects you to lose a couple. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you went out
Yeah,
there, you tried your hardest. Hey, you showed heart. But to lose in 14 fucking seconds for
yeah,
like in front of your whole country, that fucking sucks.
yeah.
Jesus.
And
Does
he's
it,
like Connor is the ultimate villain. And matter of fact, I'm gonna send you a link right now.
oh, let's get
If you could
popped up.
put this on, if you want, if you want this, or if you want something to put on screen, put this on screen real quick.
Okay,
I'm,
bet bet.
I want you to read the fucking article name, and then I want you to scroll it slowly. Don't try to speed through it. I want you to, you
I
want me to put
can
it on?
no, I can straight up do some what do they call that? Audiobook shit. I'll read it.
I'm gonna send it to you.
While you're doing that, I'm going to mute myself for just a second. I'm a nicotine addict and I lost my vape.
Yeah, you got to get that scream out now.
No.
Do de do do de do de
Bro, that is
do.
the fastest fucking vape find of all time.
What?
I Dude, I didn't even have to throw any cushions around.
Man, it came back to the Jeopardy music.
Okay, so we have trust. Give me okay. Let me get this all pulled up here. And before I even show it, um, so this is an article from givemesport.com for our audio listeners. The title is UFC top 10 biggest earning PPV events in history, which PPV is that's point of
Pay
view
per view.
porn, right? It's
No,
like
pay
a
per view.
oh, okay, okay. Just want to be sure.
You got to pay each time you look at it.
Dude,
If
that's an
pay per view was
expensive
like
habit.
porn, yeah.
Yeah, fuck, dude. Oh. All right, all right. So this is from it's written by Ben Davies, updated October 17th, 2023. So
If you if you scroll down, you can like the numbers kind of show up. And the number it tells
oh
you
yeah.
the pay per view, the who headlined it, and what kind of money it made.
And we'll actually go in real quick. We'll let
So
the
from 10 to 1, one would be probably the highest paying one.
let's do I'm gonna get us put up on screen here real quick.
Okay. A lot of people like give give fighters a lot of shit, like especially the bigger shit talkers. You know,
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, this fucker's so disrespectful." And when you think of shit talker and fighting, who do you think of?
Oh, easily McGregor. Like it's just well, and also Sean, you know?
He went out and said Marab's nose is more crooked than Joe Biden.
Bro, that oh my god, dude. Like he do you think like the people fighting him most of the time are like do they take the shit he says personal or do they know that he's just kind of like having a good time?
I, dude, I really don't know. Like, I can see some of the shit he says getting under certain people's skin, but it's shit that everyone has said. So it's like I don't know, he's good at what he does. You
He
know,
is. He is.
he doesn't talk shit he doesn't believe.
Well, and
Like,
and yeah, he's got everything to back it up too, which I think definitely helps.
I know this ain't great for you to hear, but Marab's your height, Sean's my height. They're both going to be 135 pounds. So in Sean's words, he just basically said Marab's a fucking midget. His nose is more crooked than Joe Biden, and I'm going to send him back to the PFL.
You know, I do as a short man, right? I do have to take some offense to that, but I got to be
Class.
honest. No, I mean, look, the Sean overrides it. I think Sean to Sean, I'll let it slide. Because he makes a good fucking point. He makes a good point. For those of y'all who don't know, I come in at a massive fucking gargantuan 5'5" at about 130 pounds, give or take. Christian, you're coming in, was it 5'8", 5'9"?
No, I'm 5'11", and right now I'm not even going to talk about weight. But Sean O'Malley is only 5 pounds heavier than you when he weighs in.
Yeah, he's a real slim fucking guy.
Think about my height. My height at 135. That's disgusting. I
Yeah.
was one. I was 150 when we were all boxing in the fucking backyard in Texas.
I think I was probably coming in right around 130 at that time too, because I was in moderate shape. But that's fucking I just don't understand. Okay, so we getting back I was finally able to get the screen shared. So we were
All
scrolling
right.
over to oh Jose. Oh my god. I think we can get away with 13 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Does he do that all the time?
What?
That little like how he's kind of like crouched down like that.
No, he's just a fucking. He's a weird guy, dude.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. What is he doing? Holy shit. Did they ever get a
Connor was
rematch after
awesome.
this?
No,
Oh my
hell
god.
no, hell fucking no.
Dude. Jose, man, how you gonna take that?
Right to the fucking chin.
No shit. Wow. Okay. So
It's
this
like
was
he
what?
pushed the fucking button.
2015. Okay. This is Usman. This is Kamaru.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
And Jorge Masvidal.
This is 90 mil, 83, 80. Hold on. Let's see. I do want to
Oh,
see.
so they're not in order of money. They're just in order of how the fights went. Is what it looks like.
Dude, McGregor is he's definitely like a money maker for the org. That's for sure. People love
The
watching him
biggest.
fight.
Everyone wants to see him get beat up. When you talk that kind of shit.
Yeah, definitely. So what's and this could be like like two different orgs on, maybe I just don't understand. But so what's McGregor weighing in most of the time when he's like not with a broken knee?
When he's without it,
Yeah, when
he
he's
was
like fighting
weighing
shape.
in. He was weighing in his career. He's weighed in at 135, 145, 155, and 170.
Okay, okay.
And he wants
Uh
to fight at 180 and win the champion.
what's the heaviest we've ever gotten Sean O'Malley?
135.
Damn. So we couldn't even put them in the same ring, really.
We could 145 Connor and 145 O'Malley.
What's the likelihood we get that in our lifetime?
0.
Zero? You don't think they do it?
Connor's almost done with UFC. He's got the Chandler fight is his next fight, and he only has one fight on his contract after that. And I doubt it's going to go down to fight a champion who's not in his own division. You know what I mean? There's just
Yeah.
too much. There's just too much there. But a fight that does excite me often is Max Holloway versus Sean O'Malley,
Let me
and
check.
that's not that unlikely.
Hold on, let's take a look here. So give me a little rundown on Max Holloway.
I'm the best boxer in the UFC, man. That's all you need to know. He fucking talked in the middle of one of his fights just to tell everyone that he's the best boxer in the UFC. Proceeded to set the UFC striking record.
Let's see what we got here. Max Holloway shares honest stats. Okay. Let's look at Verdict
He's the
MMA.
BMF champion right now.
Please log it. Fuck you. I'm not logging into your site. Go to hell.
There's someone talking about this fight. You see what I'm saying? This is exciting shit. Conor O'Malley versus Max Holloway is crazy.
There's a video here on YouTube where they ran into each other. That's so funny. There's so much hype about these two having an eventual fight that 2 months ago, like the MMA squad posted just them interacting with each other for the first time.
Because that's bro, everyone like any person who watches UFC as if they were like the guys that want to see kickboxing but watch UFC, definitely this is like a dream match, 100%. Because you've got one of the best, like those are two of the best strikers.
I do want to
Max
see.
Holloway is Max Holloway is a former champion and a current champion now because he won the BMF champion. He Max lived in a fucking unfortunate state in his career for the longest, and that's why I wanted to see the fight happen.
What, does he live in
But Max
Indiana?
was no, I meant like he was like a gatekeeper basically. He couldn't beat Alexander Volkanovski. Like they fought 3 times and he lost all 3 times. I'm pretty sure that's factual. It's either 2 or 3. But nobody else had like Max had problems with nobody the fuck else. Every time someone would come up and they're like the next contender, they'd be like, okay, you got to fight Max. and Max would send them right back down the rankings
Jesus Christ. So it's
because
basically
he's
like
so
he he
fucking good.
he just got stuck.
Yeah, because he was this like in a really unfortunate time period. He had someone who's just slightly better than him holding his spot. So he's like literally the second best in the division.
Dude, that has to be the worst part about like kind of and this is true of like the NBA too. But so when you go back and you watch like the best of the best from like the 60s and the 70s and like boxing, NBA, whatever the fuck, like that's
Yeah.
basically average performance now in today's sports. So it's like, for Max Holloway to come into UFC in an era where him being such an incredible striker still puts him in this stuck spot has to be incredibly frustrating because, like, damn good and well, someone like Max Holloway, presumably, if you put him
Mhm.
back in time 10 years ago, what he's doing now would have definitely carried him at least into a championship fight.
Yeah. The problem with like everyone having like upgraded skills basically.
Yeah.
You've got these guys like Max Holloway, like how you said, he's the best striker. He is the best. He has the record for the most strikes landed in a single fight, most punches thrown in a single fight, most significant strikes landed in a single fight. Like he is a striker. He's the best striker, hands down. But Volkanovski had other tools.
So is Volkanovski, like, is he pretty heavy on the whole like grapple side of things, or where's his strategy?
He he's a striker too. I don't want to make that like be confused, but he can also take you down and beat the shit out of you on the ground. And he also has those fucking because Max Holloway is, in his own words, I'm the best boxer in the UFC. But dude, that little bitty fuck Volkanovski's got mean ass leg kicks. He used to play rugby, so he's just fucking like all around stout, and he loves to fight. So he's very forward pressure, very aggressive, whereas Max Holloway's tactical.
Isn't and I might be confusing him with someone else. Was Volkanovski the guy that you were showing me some years back who like there's some training videos of him as a child basically like punching trees and bears and shit?
No, that was Khabib.
Okay, I knew it was someone that we had talked about either recently or last episode because I was going back and I was showing my wife and she thought that this was like WWE. She thought it was like, no, there's no way he was actually fighting bears.
No, Khabib wrestled bears.
God damn.
There's a there's a video of him like kind of sort of wrestling a bear now that he's grown, and but it's just with the arms. But there's videos of him like rolling around on the ground with a bear as a child.
Yeah,
He's a
that's
maniac.
I don't know if I could ever get into professional fighting knowing that that's what the landscape is. You know? It's like,
Yeah, these guys are fucking. So another guy that stands out for shit like that, Francis Ngannou, right?
yes, I actually
He,
just listened to the Joe Rogan podcast he did.
yeah, where they fucking picked him up, took him out into the Sahara Desert, and
Yep.
dropped him off, and he just fucking manned it back.
Yeah, he started fucking training at what, like 23, something like that?
Yeah, and became the hardest punching human in history with a record of punch. Like his PSI in one punch holds the record.
Man, he's
And
another. Oh, go ahead.
he's he throws so sloppy though. If you watch some of his highlight videos, he throws wild punches, but it doesn't fucking matter because once they hit you, it's over.
Hold on, I gotta
Like
see. I gotta see this guy. We'll put him up on the
look up the
screen.
way he knocked out a Rosenstruck or something. That like the fucking he swam. He literally did fucking breaststrokes until he hit this dude on the face.
Versus who?
Rosen Rosenstruick, however you say the name.
Ra- I'm just gonna
Just
type
start,
Rosen, see what happens.
yeah, ROS.
Oh,
And those
Rosenstruck.
get you.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You see why I was having trouble there?
That's Polish. Everyone has trouble with that. All right, hang on. I'm gonna put this up on screen. It's a 20-second KO, which is super fortunate for YouTube copyright claims. If he had taken 2 seconds longer to knock him out, we would be fucked today. God bless Francis. Oh. Hang on, let's get this muted real quick. I'll put it back up on screen. Do you still have view?
Yep.
Beautiful. Okay.
Yes, you. I'm watching it right now with you. I'm watching a black screen right now, but when you
Frozen
put it in
Str-
full screen, I don't have view
Oh,
for
that
some
sucks.
reason.
Okay, we'll do this then.
There we go.
Mm. I like his something about his vibe, man. He seems like cool to hang out with. Dude, those are
Yeah.
sloppy punches though.
Oh my god.
The fucking look at his face. He's like, ow.
He he knows. So
Hold
do you know who that announcer is?
I've seen him before, but give me a background real quick.
Two division UFC champion, light heavyweight and heavyweight.
I gotta
He
watch that
you,
again.
like back in the day, he's a retired amazing wrestler, Olympic wrestler.
So this guy's like on the world fucking stage.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Like, I don't think he knew that he was supposed to stop when he stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like he kind of
Yeah.
had to look around for a second and be like, "Oh yeah, the fight's over. My bad. My bad."
Some of these guys, like you snap when you're in there. You're ready to fucking kill, so you kill.
No, and I could see that too. Like, I don't want to make a bunch of assumptions about someone I don't actually know, but the I guess like the vibe I was getting when I was listening to his podcast with Joe was like he seemed very kind of like down to earth. Like I don't want to say like a spiritual person, but definitely the type of dude who like I don't see like with a short fuse. You know what I'm saying? He seems like a
Yeah,
genuinely patient dude.
yeah. I could see him putting up with some bullshit before he gets to a point to do that, and like outside of a cage. You know,
Yeah, but god
I feel
damn,
like we're
dude.
very fucking lucky he's not doing that to people on the street.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and he too. It could have been like the age that he started fighting, but I think so when I was listening to it, he said something kind of profound about like the way that he approached fighting. Where it was like he had this sort of mindset of even knowing that he was as big and as strong and that he could put out as much force as he could, he was really big in the mindset of never underestimating his opponent, because it's like, look, it doesn't matter how much of a physical edge you have on this guy. If you picking on someone half your size and he picks up a fucking rock, you're dead. you know
Yeah,
and
he's and
go ahead.
he's genuinely like he's smart about what he does with his career too. I mean,
Yeah,
he's a smart guy. I have a lot of respect for him.
I do. This is
Him
uh,
walking out of UFC like as the world champion and the whole world being like, "What the fuck is happening?" And like nobody understanding, and they're like, "Oh, he won't be shit if he leaves UFC," you know.
no, I
And
think
then
he's got a career from now. Yeah.
he signed the biggest MMA fucking contract that's ever been made. After everyone's like, "Oh, he won't be shit." Oh, won't be shit. Look at his contract. He makes more than your favorite fighter. He makes more than any fighter.
Dude,
Anybody fighting, he makes more than.
and not only that, and I don't know all the details, right? But isn't he doing something in Nigeria now where he's basically like he's sort of creating a fighting league
Yeah,
for Nigeria,
yeah.
which is crazy because like I am, dude, I don't know if we'll be able to watch that in the US, but I'm gonna fucking buy a subscription. I want to see people fighting out in Nigeria. That's got to be next
There's a
level.
way to watch anything. I'll just put that out there. There's a way to watch anything.
That's true. We
So
may end up making a Nigerian fight podcast.
Dude, I'm down. I'll watch any of these fucking like all these crazy fight companies like BKFC. Holy shit. These companies are getting gruesome. You're letting people go out there and just wrap their hands, no glove, and beat the fuck out of each other. That's brutal.
Did you ever
That's
get the
brutal.
chance? No, you did. You did. I know we've talked about it, but like the Russian what is it? Slap boxing?
No, Power Slap?
Power slap. Is that still around?
Dana owns that. Dana owns it now.
I remember he did start the league. Uh let's see. Power slap 8.
Dana, Dana White is owner of Power Slap now. So yeah, it's still around and way more funded than ever.
Ooh.
These guys are fucking crazy. These chicks are crazy too. They just
Yeah.
let uh they just let Paige Van Zant and someone else slap the shit out of each other.
Is
Brutal shit.
so so I got first introduced to the slap fighting through there's a YouTuber, does a lot of gaming, pretty famous, or I guess well known, Penguin Zero Critical. He
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, he kind of just like was it was super obscure at the time he was watching it, but he was following this dude named Vasily. Um and I'm hoping to God he's still in the league, dude. Vasily was a fucking monster. Who do we have? The country hoodlum, you have to fight Delvin, bro. Or you have to slap him.
Wait, what is he calling himself?
He's the country
He
hoodlum.
ain't no hoodlum I've ever met. I
He's a
started
light
squatting
heavyweight.
around. I ain't met him.
Hold on, hold on.
He a little bigger than me. I don't know if I want to smoke.
No, I wouldn't fight any of these guys to tell you the truth. Like anybody who can professionally power slap, I'm not with it. He's 6'0", 205, right strike.
His record.
He's 29, bro. He's 29. I think,
What's his record? Does that say 1-2?
yeah, 1-2. So he's won one.
Man,
He's
he's
had two
lost.
losses.
He's getting beat up with open palms. I'm fucking him up with closed fists. That's all.
I can we get a hold of Delvin? I
Yeah,
would love to
Delvin,
arrange a
get on.
slap box.
No, I said no, closed fists. You gonna have to have gloves on. I'm fucking him up. I'm not standing still and let you swing at my face, buddy.
No, no, no. These are the rules. These are the rules.
Fucking that shit should be illegal, bro. I
Jesse
don't. I don't.
Nutting?
He better not be.
I ain't fighting
Not
him.
while getting slapped.
Yeah, I ain't fighting him, bro. He did what when I slapped him?
Yeah, fuck no. The king of knocks. Oh, the king of kings. I had a glare on my screen. I thought this man. I was
Ohio.
like, what the fuck kind of gay? But the king of kings. He's not Triple H, bro. You can't do this.
Who's the Ripper?
The big bad.
Who's the Ripper? The Ripper he's invisible.
He ripped the fucking picture out of that hoe.
Just rip the fabric of space-time.
They
Brandon,
they had
okay,
to
here
take
he
him
is.
off. He does not look scary.
No, I mean,
Can
I
we get
think
some Brandon Rhodes highlights?
what do we got? Oh, he actually hasn't won anything yet. He's 6'0", 185 out of Denver. Let's
How
see.
many losses is that? One?
He's won. I mean, I can't
That's
really
not bad.
he just
We don't know
started.
who slapped.
Yeah.
We didn't know who slapped the fuck out of him the first time, so we
Yeah,
can't.
he might have gone against Vasily like in his first match and just died. You know?
I
That ain't
remember when
fair.
this company hadn't been bought yet, and they were like doing these weird looking underground venues and shit. And there was a guy that was definitely on something. Cause his triceps were fucking massive, but the rest of his arms were the size of fucking toothpicks.
I think that's Vasily.
Oh yeah, no,
No.
they didn't.
Wait,
I'm
no, it
about
might
to
not
say
be.
if that's that guy's name, if that is that guy's name, bro, they definitely didn't let him in because Dana owns it now. There's obviously some drug testing happening.
Oh, that sucks.
Which yeah,
I think this is one of the ones where they should not drug test.
my thing is, I think if
Yep.
you're letting people get into a cage and punch each other in the face, fuck it. At that point, let them be on steroids.
Yeah, I kind of, and I know that
You're,
this is
you're
controversial. Go ahead.
you're locking them in a cage to fight each other.
Yeah,
Who, if they're both allowed the same substances, nobody has the fucking edge. That's just a better fight.
that's what I'm saying, and I'm sure there's probably a lot of reasons why you can't actually do this, but I really would at some point. Because here's the truth, like, there's a certain breed of people, certain kind of man who just wants to fight, right?
Mhm.
They don't care what the after is, they don't care what the before is, they just wanna go in, fucking fuck a motherfucker up, and see if they live. And I think for that specific upper 1% of people, there should be a league that is no rules. Like no fucking rules whatsoever other than here's the time and the date. Like that's it. That's all
Yeah,
we tell you.
show up.
Show
You
up.
ain't got to make weight.
Yep. Get in the
You ain't got to
fucking
do none of that
field
bullshit.
and kill each other.
Because I think the weight system really fucks professional MMA, and I'm gonna tell you why. Not because I believe anybody should just be allowed to fight anybody, but when you set up an established weight system that's as strict as it is, these guys are cutting weight to make the weight and then
Yeah.
gaining a little bit before they fight. That's more dangerous than just letting them be on steroids.
No, it is. It is. And no, I'm on the same page because I didn't realize how fucking intense the cutting stage was until like a couple of years ago. I was listening to I don't even remember the boxer, but anyway, he was talking about how he basically weighed out by 3 pounds or something like that. Like he was overweight by three, and this was like 3 or 4 days before the fight. And so he just did not drink fucking water for like 3 days, which is basically like right at that 24-hour threshold before you fucking die.
Yeah.
And that to me was just such an example of like, bro, just let him do steroids. Like, if they're gonna fucking die trying to, meet weight, then let him do the
Now,
steroids. Who cares?
just look at Conor McGregor when he weighs in.
Yeah.
Like literally, look up Conor McGregor weigh in,
Oh,
and look
let's
at him
see.
on that stage. There's your reason why not to fucking just let these guys cut weight and be whatever the fuck you want them to be. Tell me one time you've ever seen Conor fight the way he looks when he gets on stage to weigh in. Not once fucking ever.
Let's see. Hang on.
Then we had that chick recently cut her hair off to make weight.
That that's actually funny as fuck and super smart. Hold on.
Yeah, except that the ceremonial weigh-ins, which I know they do weigh-ins differently now for a reason, but so they do the fake weigh-in. During the ceremonial weigh-in, she held her
Oh
hair
my
and
god.
look at that. Yeah, look at that first picture.
This
Look at the
is
one underneath it. The bottom.
this is
That,
insane. This
look at
is
his. When have you ever seen Conor McGregor's face look like that while he's fighting?
you know what?
When have you ever seen his pecs not exist while he's fighting?
He literally looks like he just got done with like a 2 week fucking opiate bender.
Yeah, like he looks fucking terrible. He
His
doesn't even look like
eyes
Conor
are all
McGregor.
sunken in and shit.
Yeah, he's sunk in as fuck.
God. Who's that cowboy? Donald
That's
Corrado?
Cowboy.
Huh.
Cerrone. Cowboy Cerrone.
Who won?
Connor.
Yeah. Good. Good.
By fucking assault.
I couldn't imagine. Is anybody beat Connor? Like consistently?
Yeah. Dustin Poirier beat Connor. Nate beat Connor once. I should point out that Dustin Poirier and Connor have fought technically. They have fought 3 times, but I'm only counting 2 finishes because the other one's when Connor broke his leg.
Yeah,
You
that.
can't
Yeah,
you
that's.
can't just say you won a fight. The fight never ended. But
It's still
also, you
going to
can
this
say you
day.
won a fight because you fucking broke it. Like you broke his leg. It's over. Uh,
That's like did you know technically, I don't know if this is still true, but like the Soviet Union and Japan are still in World War II because they never declared peace.
Funny way of looking at shit.
No, I mean it's true. Like it's a technical truth.
Yeah,
They're still at war. Um,
yeah,
and
the
that's the
technical truth,
situation
but
here.
nothing. Yeah, yeah, the fight technically still on because the leg broke. Connor said, "Meet me in the parking lot. Your wife is in me DMs with a broken fucking leg. Shut up. Go to a doctor." But
God,
the
bro.
UFC consistently puts Joe Rogan in a fucked up position because they'll be like, "All right, that guy just got knocked out. Oh, he's awake. Go interview him."
God.
Joe Rogan's like, "I don't fucking want to do that," and they're like, "Do it." And he's like, "Okay, hey
Okay.
man, I know you can't see right now, but what's up?" Like Connor's sitting there with a broken leg. They're like, put a microphone in front of him. Get a mic there.
God,
They just
dude.
know Connor's gonna say some shit.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think that too, kind of going back to what we were talking about with Sean earlier is no matter how far I think you take UFC and like I don't know, I guess real combat sports, not to knock on WWE or anything, but like real physical combat sports where there's like legitimate chances of people getting hurt and seriously injured and all this other shit. And you expose it to an audience that's just used to like so much entertainment, like again,
Yeah.
that it's as a viewer, right? The functional difference between watching a WWE fight and a UFC fight when you're really watching them isn't that big because the only thing that your brain has made note of, and it was at the very beginning, is like, oh, these guys are actually hitting each other. But I think
Yeah.
because people are so accustomed to like the beef and the shit talk and the drama, basically like everything is the Kardashians. It's definitely a situation where these guys are gonna I think as crazy as they're gonna continue to be in the ring, that's gonna be elevated by personality. You know what I'm saying? Like all this shit talk
Oh
is
yeah.
just gonna keep forcing these guys to get better and better and better and better.
And some of these guys are not good at talking shit, but they're real good at going out there and beating people up.
Those are my favorite
And I
people.
like fucking Kamzat. You can't understand a word that comes out of his mouth, but nobody's had a chance with him. I mean, his last fight was his most competitive, and it was Kamzat. It was Kamzat Chimaev versus Kamaru Usman. Kamzat shoots a takedown in the first, falls on his like pinky and tears the ligament in his hand, and he still fought all 3 rounds dominantly.
Dude,
And
Jesus Christ.
everyone talks about like, oh, Kamaru was just, like fresh off the couch and he was a replacement. Yeah, guys. 2 weeks before that, Kamaru Usman was on stage. Not 2 weeks. 2 months before that, Kamaru Usman was on stage and said this exact sentence: "I stay in shape year round."
Well, at
So
his
off the
point, it's
couch
gotta be
means
like it's a
fucking nothing.
lifestyle. Yeah.
You can't say, "Oh, he beat Kamaru off the couch." He beat Kamaru Usman with torn ligaments in his hand and out wrestled him.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. He beat the best. I watched it. Still mad people give him shit for that. What do you he barely beat Kamaru off the couch. No, he out wrestled Kamaru for 3 rounds with the 2 torn ligaments in his hand.
Well, that's the thing too. I think, like and you're like one of the only people I'll actually talk fights with because I think you're real and pragmatic about it. But going back to like the whole entertainment factor, I think so many people will see like a fight like that and they'll start talking about like, oh, he barely won. He beat him off the couch. Like dumb shit like that with no real understanding of like what those fighters are actually doing on a day-to-day basis. Like even if you're talking about like okay, he's fighting this dude off the couch, like you off the couch and a fighter off the couch are not the same. They are not the
Not
fucking
anywhere,
same. Bro, if I'm
nowhere
off the
near the same.
couch, I'm talking like a month of like I'm smoking blunts and eating candy, you know?
I'm smoking a blunt right now, and I've got fucking nutty buddies for after, bro.
Yeah.
I'm me off the couch. I'm on the couch right now. Smoking a blunt, eating nutty buddies. If I got off this couch and went outside and fought somebody, or if John Jones gets up off his couch and fights somebody, the same person.
Yeah.
The other person has way better chances beating my ass.
No,
What are you talking about? John
that's
Jones off his couch with a fucking after a line of coke, just fucking beating the shit out of you. You don't want that.
no,
You don't want that.
and that's the thing too. I think like that's why at the end of the day, it's the numbers that fucking matter. It's the win loss. It's the fucking like who won technically. Because you could sit there and you could say like, oh, this fighter wasn't at his best, or hey, this was his first fight, or what have you. None of that shit matters. All that matters is who was in the ring at the time the fight started and who finished that fucking fight. Anything else, like that's all fucking role play. That's imagination.
Yeah, and I hate the people that are like, "Oh, but if this would have happened, it didn't."
Yeah, it didn't. It doesn't matter what would have, what should have, what could have, bro. This is what
And I
is.
and I hate, oh my god, I hate the people who get online and post their dumbass opinions when you watch a fight and a fighter wins by split decision. They're like, four judges scored it this way, but the one judge disagreed this way. But everyone's like, "Oh, this guy got robbed. The other guy shouldn't have won." No, he didn't get robbed. Like he fought to a decision and lost by decision.
Yeah, and these
The,
are, by the way,
my
these
thing is,
fucking refs are pros themselves. Like these aren't just motherfuckers they're picking up off the streets from a Facebook comment section. Like these are people
yeah,
who understand the rules.
you fucks have never been in a fight. They'll see somebody hit somebody a couple times. The other guy will take somebody to the ground, hold them in position, and then the fighters will get back up, and the striking goes one way, and the grappling goes the other. But there was more grappling done. They'll be like, "Oh, the striker won. Look at how many more times he hit him." Hey,
Oh
dumb
yeah,
fuck! This isn't boxing.
yeah. No,
Grappling makes like there's control time that goes into consideration. Like how much time did this person have grappling control over this person is a stat on the fucking is a stat on the side. Strikes landed is a stat on the side.
no. I mean, 100%. Like it, and you know what this is? This is actually just a long-winded way of me accepting how wrong I was last week. Yeah. Um, but yeah, no, I mean, that's kind of the issue with any sport that attracts like I would say a large audience or an audience of people who have like we'll say like a rugged self-image. Um, it it it, it attracts a lot of couch critics. It attracts a lot of people who have a lot of opinions without understanding.
Yeah,
But at the same time, too, the positive of that is, instead of just the UFC now, there's enough viewership and enough interest in combat sports overall for like Francis to start his own fucking league.
yeah. And Jorge Masvidal starting Game Bred Boxing. You got Mike Perry starting Dirty Boxing. You got
Yeah.
Mike Perry and Connor both being part owners of Bare Knuckle Boxing. This is a whole fucking ordeal. Like we're getting more leagues and more shit to watch.
Okay, so we are coming up on the hour. I was gonna pull up the Miro, see if there was any last thoughts. But honestly, I think if there's anything I had, I could definitely push until let's say next week. Solid
Well,
episode.
we have the predictions for tonight,
Oh fuck. Holy shit. Okay.
and we'll go with the top three fights that are happening.
Do you want to send
Wait, what
me
the hell? Did Makayev get canceled? What happened here?
Oh yeah, send me the link in whenever.
Uh, I just I literally just Googled UFC and it has this like portal for UFC 304, and you can click it and look at all the fights happening on it. There's a fight in the early prelims that is gonna be fucking nasty, and it's Muhammad Makayev and Manel Manelkov. Bro, that fight is gonna be disgusting.
Hang on, I'm getting my page loaded up here. Is this where we need to be?
Hold on, I'm not on the same screen. Yeah. So that's the main event you're looking at,
Okay.
and
We can
and that
swipe by
one.
like prelims and shit. Okay.
So In the early prelims, there's a fight, Manel Cup versus Makayev. Yeah, right
Oh yeah,
there.
here we
Manel
are. Here we
Cup
are.
and Muhammad
And
Makayev.
let's give the audience the screen. All right. Here we are. So this is the big prelim.
Yeah, well, this fight I think is going to be the sneaky fight. This will be the most entertaining fight, and it's happening in the early prelims. And
So
I really think these two guys are going to go out there and try and beat the absolute shit out of each other. It's going to be nasty.
no, these odds do look. I mean, just the stats look fucking crazy. So we're talking, and again, I don't know either of these fighters, but we have Manel with 19-6-0. We have Muhammad with 12-0, which the reason that kind of like throws me off is so obviously like just from a win loss perspective, the odds look like they're in Muhammad's favor because this dude is not in the habit of losing. But
Yeah,
if I'm just looking at like Manel from both like an age and experience standpoint, because he's got about 7 years on Muhammad here. He fights Southpaw. That's pretty interesting. And then
yeah, they're gonna be doing a lot of work with their outside feet, trying to try to like
tap
see
each
who
other
can create
basically.
angles. Yeah,
Is
those will be
I
fun.
predict the first I would say first round is gonna be a lot of dancing for sure. It's gonna be these
Well,
two guys because they're within 2 inches reach of each other.
I don't know if you know this or not, but there's a constant battle when you have switch stances like that, where your front feet are almost touching. So you
Yeah,
want to create an angle on somebody, you've got to move to the outside. So both their front feet are just consistently trying to get to the outside of each other. That's gonna be funny to watch
it's
until one of them finds range.
I think and again, based on nothing, right? All right, ignorant prediction. Manel has 7 years on Muhammad, right? He also
Yeah,
has about what? Fucking 25 on 12. He's got 13 more fights than this guy and he's also tasted loss, right? Meaning he doesn't expect everything to go his way by default. Um I think with him being a southpaw fighter, having 19 victories deep, he's probably pretty good at stance switching. And at 5'5",
yeah,
with so he's 2 inches shorter, 2 inches less reach. I think Manel, just due to I guess more more official fighting experience, probably has the edge with a non-conventional stance. Just because he's probably fought way more orthodox fighters than Muhammad has fought southpaw fighters.
yeah. But since we're gonna talk about uh, some of these talk about some of these stats, right? Significant strikes landed per minute. Manel has
Yeah,
the edge there. Significant strike accuracy. Muhammad Makayev has the edge. Takedown
yeah.
average. Makayev has the edge. Takedown accuracy. Makayev has the edge. Submission average. Makayev has the edge.
So Makai, I mean, Makai is better on the ground for sure.
Easily. I think my opinion is going to be Makayev by submission, but they're going to go out swinging for sure. These two have issues. That's something else that's going to make this fight very interesting. They
So
tried to
there
fight
is
at a
some
hotel or
personal
something.
shit here.
Yeah, they tried to fight at a hotel.
Oh fuck. Okay. No, I think it's more interesting. I'm gonna stick to my original guess. I like us being on opposite sides of this. Um, I'm still gonna give Manil my benefit of the doubt, only because I I really like the idea of a more experienced southpaw fighter kind of coming in and hopefully he can avoid getting fucking grappled too early in.
Yeah, and he's probably very excited to fight.
Yeah.
He's had like he's had like 6 canceled fights in the past couple years. It's not looking great.
Why do
And
his
he was
fights get
on
canceled?
I don't know, but he's on a winning streak. I
Uh,
mean, he was
19
supposed to
total,
fight,
dude.
huh?
19 total wins, even streak aside, like that's not little.
Yeah, and he's winning like round one knockout in 2021, decision in 2022, decision in 2023. It's not going to decision. That's the only thing that's kind of, if it goes to decision, I'm really gonna be disappointed with this fight.
If it okay,
But I think I my
does that change your outcome? So like if it's by knockout, your vote is on Muhammad, but if it's by decision, do you think that it leans Manel or does it still lean Muhammad?
I think it'll lead Muhammad because he'll have ground control time.
That's true. I'm on that
That's
side.
how
I think if it's
that's where I'm
knockout,
sitting.
it's Manel. I do think that he might have the striking advantage just based on the stats. Which again, I could be dead fucking wrong on that. But
Well,
good.
this is how this is how this is how it would play out. Honestly, if one person knocks out the other person, Manel's knocking out Makayev. If
Yeah,
somebody submits somebody, Makayev is submitting. Makayev
Muhammad
is going to
or
submit
Manel.
Manel. And if it goes to decision, I've got Makayev beating Manel. But I think it's going to be Makayev by submission.
That I think you're right. I think you're basically nail on. Um, for the sake of keeping it interesting, my final answer will be this is my favorite answer. I don't know if it's the most likely, but I want to say victory by knockout, only because you told me that Manela's had some canceled fight, and it's going to be Manel. And my round count is guessing. If it's going to be fucking KO and by strike, it's going to happen in that first round. It's going to have to be one of those crazy, like, 15, 20, 30-second fucking fights if it's going to go down that way.
Damn.
That's my full prediction. That is my fantasy if it were to play out the way I imagine it.
Yeah, I could see that happening still. Like I said, I'm not like one of the possibilities on the table. If somebody knocks somebody out, it will be Manel knocking out Makayev for sure.
But I think you are right. The most likely scenario is Muhammad wins by submission. Um, and it'll probably be ref. It'll probably be like ref decision.
And then after the early prelims and the prelims, I think the obvious like
Wait, hold on. There's one I want to touch on.
okay.
I don't know either of these. Um, but I do want to make a moment to make some bets on a lady fight because I'm a fan of that. I think
Oh,
they're
that I was moving to one of those on the
oh,
prelims.
okay. Fuck the Irish and Romanian lady then. Who are we who do we got?
Molly McCann and Bruna Brazil.
Were these the two we were looking at last week?
No, I think we looked at a chick fight on the card from before, the one that
Okay.
passed. I don't
So
remember who though.
so
But
okay. Let
the
me
one on
pull
the left in the green, that's Molly McCann. That's Patty the Baddie's friend, and they're fighting on the same card. So
Ooh.
I've got her winning.
Yeah, she's
I
got
really
crazy fucking stats, dude.
Molly Meatball McCann is no joke.
All right, let's see what we got here. Well, so we got okay, takedown averages. Hmm. This is a really interesting gap.
Yeah, this is a fight. This is a fight to watch.
Okay, so I actually, without getting too much into the numbers here, my prediction is gonna basically be yours, from the Muhammad
Yeah,
fight, but in reverse. So basically, I'm betting here based on just what I'm seeing in numbers. Molly is going to win by submission, and it's gonna happen. I'm gonna say 3 rounds total, right?
Yeah, for them, 3 rounds total.
Second round.
Second round sub by Molly Meatball McCann
Yep.
for sure.
And that could be
Oh,
like bias, because I'm getting a lot of Irish vibes off of this lady, and I respect that.
yeah, yeah, she's very.
But yeah, I think she's gonna McGregor old Brazil over here into a pretzel shape. It
And
is
then
honorable mention. I do think it's awesome that the fighter from Brazil's last name is Brazil.
yeah, that's fucking
That's pretty
funny.
sick.
Oh yeah, Molly McCann's British like Patty. I'm out of my mind. I forgot that.
Well, I mean, there
Or
are there are Irish
English.
people in England. They just would
There's
prefer to be
there's
elsewhere.
Scousers. Uh, and then the top three fights, like the I don't know what you would call it, but the fight before the main
Oh,
event,
well, let me
the
get.
fight before the co-main, and the main event are all bangers.
We have.
Dana, Dana and Hunter did their shit booking this one. Got Bobby Green versus Patty Pimblett.
Oh, hang on. Am I doing this right? Oh, King Green.
Oh yeah, he changed his name.
Mmm.
Stupid. Bobby Green versus Patty Pimblett. Patty Pimblett is gonna be the Kingslayer.
I do feel like this might be England's night.
Bobby Green is a little pissed off though
I feel
because
like I
one,
know of him.
Patty went out. Yeah, he's a gangster.
He's been around for a
Patty,
minute.
yeah, had fucking like 50 fights. Uh, but he went out and talked, and he was like, "I don't like that Patty Pimblett's getting custom shorts for this fight. I feel like I've done more for the company. I've done this. I've done that. If Venom's giving anybody custom shorts, it should be me before him. So I'm gonna beat the fuck out of him just for that."
So it's an ego fight for him.
Yeah, and then he goes out and changes his name to King. And then when he went up on stage, Patty Pimblett was like Robert, like calling his last name. And
Listen here,
and
Robert.
the guy was like trying to pull the old Muhammad Ali argument, call me by my name, like getting all pissed off. Yeah, it was fucking. Uh, Patty's gonna probably beat the fuck out of Bobby, and is gonna get shot straight to the moon for it.
I think so too. I'm with you. I think a couple standouts will be submission average. Um, I do think with Bobby being or I'll call him King. Fuck it. Someone's got to respect him here. So obviously, like King definitely has the advantage when it just comes to pure experience, total number of wins, right? But his ratio is a lot worse. Like Patty, 21-3 is crazy. Like
Yeah, he's good. He's damn good.
I
Patty by
mean,
the
I'm trying to imagine fighting 24 fucking times and coming out on top 21. That's you know,
Those are fucking numbers. Those are man numbers.
that is not a little boy there. Although his haircut is like surprisingly innocent looking for someone who could kill you.
I think it's a tactic.
It's
Imagine,
like it's like the
imagine,
British version of Sean O'Malley.
yeah, imagine getting beat the fuck up by that.
Leon Kennedy looking ass. Okay. Yeah, my money's on Patty too, if only because I want him to win.
We've got Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades. This is the second time they're fighting. The first time they fought was real quick, very quick, but it was a weird thing that happened. Tom Aspinall went in, hit hit Curtis Blades a couple times, swung his kick out to hit his leg, and just broke his own leg. Like he
It
or
was like a
didn't break his
McGregor
own leg, but
moment.
did something. It did something weird. Like he kicked him and then stepped back and just fell, and the ref stopped the fight. And Curtis Blades just threw his hands up. He's like, "What the
Fuck.
fuck?" Just got a knockout win in a couple of seconds because Tom Aspinall threw a kick. It was very
Fuck.
bad. And I just recently rewatched that, and I don't think there was a check. He literally just kicked. Tom kicked Curtis so hard that Tom hit the ground.
Fuck. So just like the blowback force, basically.
Yeah. So I think this time they're. I mean, it's gonna last longer.
Yeah, it's gonna. I think 3 rounds here based on what you've
Well,
given
they
me.
get five.
Oh,
They get
okay.
five. Co-main and main get five.
Hmm.
So Tom Aspinall and Curtis Blades get 5 rounds to fight, and I've got Tom Aspinall winning by knockout.
Do you think it's gonna go the full 5, or do you think it's probably
Fuck
sometime in the
no,
third?
it's lingering. I don't know the way the way these big guys fight. It could be the first.
Yeah, that is true. Because I've noticed with like the heavier weight fights, the stamina becomes an issue pretty early in. Um, yeah, I mean, it could it could go 5. I don't want to undersell them, but yeah, I my guess is
So
late 3.
so UFC's done this really weird thing, right? Where John Jones is gonna fight Stipe Miocic for the heavyweight champion. Tom Aspinall is interim champion because John Jones is out with a pectoral injury. That kind of sucks to be John Jones too, to come back after 4 years, then injure your pec, like
Yeah,
right after winning the heavyweight champion in your first fight back.
at least it was after a win.
After winning the heavyweight champion, and that's his second champion. Like, so he was light heavyweight champion, broke the number, broke the record, and set a way higher standard for most title defenses from a champion. Then leaves, comes back after 4 years, and then wins the heavyweight champion. He's the goat. But now Tom Aspinall is interim champion and defending the interim champion against Curtis Blades before John Jones comes back. And when John Jones comes back, he's not fighting Tom Aspinall, which is what normally happens when champions come back.
Right.
Normally, the champion comes back and fights the interim champion to decide who the undisputed champion is. But John Jones is coming back and fighting Stipe Miocic in the last fight on John Jones's contract.
So this is, I
So
mean,
when John Jones steps into the ring, he's officially the champion. Tom Aspinall is no longer interim champion because the champion has returned to combat. But after John Jones's fight, no matter which way it goes, neither one of those guys are coming back.
so it's just wrapped. Like these are basically like kind of more formalities. I guess with Tom, he doesn't have a ton to
Ev-
prove at this point.
but everyone's getting mad because John Jones has to fight Tom Aspinall to decide who the real champion is. And John Jones is saying, but fighting Tom Aspinall does nothing for my legacy. I'm fighting the guy that was the greatest heavyweight of all time, and I'm going to beat him and submit my legacy as the greatest heavyweight and the greatest light heavyweight.
Mm. That's going to be an interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out after. I guess depending on what happens here, right?
Yeah, but Dana did say in a press conference, which makes no sense because John Jones has one fight left.
Hmm.
Uh, Dana White did say that the winner of Tom Aspinall and Curtis Blades will fight the winner of John Jones and Stipe Miocic. So we'll see how that plays out.
I think that's like the conspiracy theorist in me wants to say that Dana has already decided John Jones is going to lose that fight.
Uh, if John Jones loses that fight, I'll take back every good thing I've ever said about John Jones because he's losing to a 40-year-old washed up Stipe Miocic.
Hey, look, money's money, right?
Yeah, fuck it, take a dive.
All right, so we have the main card tonight. We have Leon Edwards and Bilal Muhammad. There's another interesting little matchup here with the Southpaw versus Orthodox stance. Coming in at actually pretty significant height difference. Weight's pretty close. I'm assuming this is the actual weigh-in, or is this based on like
Yeah,
averages?
I think this is just like, well, what I'm looking at. Let me go back to what you're looking at real quick. But what I'm looking at is what their weight class is. What you're looking at Yeah, I bet that's what they weighed in at most recently because
Okay.
they're both wearing the golden gloves in that picture, which means it's a recent picture.
Yeah.
Those
Okay.
those gloves just came out, and the shorts that Leon's wearing in that picture are the shorts he's wearing for the first time tonight, which is kind of weird to already see him in them.
That's
But
interesting. I didn't realize how much of a role the actual like apparel played in UFC, but I guess like the sponsorship side of things really it's kind of like Nike and Adidas in the NBA.
well, getting your own like custom shorts by Venom is a big deal for fighters nowadays. So it's uh it's like a sign that you're doing good. Max Holloway got him. Dustin Poirier got him. These guys are just randomly, sporadically getting custom fight shorts. And Patty made his request because he wants to go back to his roots. Where in Cage Warriors, he would come out in these bright ass orange shorts that made him stand out because he's a pale guy with blonde hair, bright orange shorts, beating people up.
That is, yeah,
So
it's a spectacle basically.
yeah, so he was like, "Hey, I want to return to my roots." So hearing just that sentence, it's like, damn, he better fucking win.
Hmm. I don't know this one. These stats are just so fucking crazy. Like okay, I'm gonna have to look at the odds here before I can even.
I got Leon by head kick,
I got Leon just because I like his name more.
headshot, dead.
You know, like that's well. I didn't mean. Let me explain for folks who thought I just didn't like Muhammad. Leon Kennedy is my hero. Muhammad's a fine name. It just sounds cool.
uh, and Bilal just like that. Not a catchy name there,
It's fine. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how
but
many. I don't know that many
and
first names from the Middle East.
their nicknames too. So I know you probably don't know that. This is stupid, but Bilal goes by Bilal. Remember the name Muhammad, and Leon is Rocky Edwards.
Is he a fan of Fort Minor? Is that his walkout
Huh?
song? Remember the name by Fort Minor?
I have no idea.
Have you know
I
that
do.
song, right?
I probably do, just not by the name.
Hold on.
Probably one of those for me.
The song name is called "Remember the Name." Christian, you're gonna have to remember the name. I'm sorry. There's no choice. Hold on. It's a little break
I
section.
think that's what Bilal's trying to do.
I think it's
But
a great song. It's a great song. Continue. I'm gonna get this ready.
Bilal's not very liked amongst the MMA community, even though he's on a impressive winning streak, a damned impressive one if I say so myself. But I still don't think it matters once he gets in there with Leon Edwards and gets kicked in the fucking head. Leon Edwards was losing for 4 rounds against Kamaru Usman. Fifth round, like make or break moment, head kicks Kamaru Usman, knocks him out, wins the champion. Rematch with Kamaru, beats him again, and now he's going against Bilal Muhammad, and I think headshot dead again.
Do you
That was
think
his thing too. He said, "Now what? Pound for pound, headshot dead."
I do like a headshot? I hope it is a headshot. Actually, those are my favorite.
Right
They're
kick,
my
crazy.
favorite fights to watch. It sucks because someone's got brain damage at the end of it, but like, it's such a fucking finisher.
Dude, the way he went out as the underdog and got beat for 4 rounds, and I mean fucking beat for 4 rounds. Uh, yeah, that sucked. Like, and then the last round, he comes out and he's hurt. His fucking team told him, "You have to go out there and fucking win now. Like you have to. If you go out there and you get beat up some more, my dogs are about to go crazy. My
Oh,
wife's
you're
coming in
good.
the door."
You are good.
But he said, like they're like, "You have to win now," and he was like, he goes out there and like the look on his face looked like he was just already beat, just hurting. And he just goes out there and kicks one of the best fighters, the pound for pound best fighter at the time, because there's a pound for pound ranking, and he was the number one pound for pound. And Leon Edwards just kicked him right in the head, knocked him out.
I know
won
how
the welterweight champion.
I know how we're doing the outro. I'm going to edit in a clip of that fucking kick to this song. Hold on.